good name. We'll stick with it. That was it.
I had no idea until like a month ago that that's why the show was named.
Yeah. It's for superheroes. Men in Tights. Men in Tights. So yeah, that show, that was a weird process. So it started out me and a guy named Dennis, and then he left, and then Comics Division, there he is right there, joined me. He is standing, by the way, yes. And, you know, we did our thing for a couple of years, had 100 people watching, which was a lot. It was great. We started adding people here and there. And then one day Odin calls me and says, hey, you know, we should do a thing with Geeks and Gamers. I'm like, that's a great idea. It was while we were at Comic-Con in 2019, so it was only like 3 years ago. I'm like, let's do it. So Jeremy was going to show up to one show. He's like, I hate live streaming, man. I'm just gonna come to one show. Can't say how long I'm gonna be there, you know, and he hasn't left. So, yeah.
Pretty soon you're gonna have to live stream on 2 channels at once for all the damn guests.
Hey, that's right.
I wish you could borrow mine.
So yeah, it's been trippy because like Friday Night Tights has been an added bonus that I never saw coming, and honestly, it's me hanging out with my friends, including you guys. Like every Friday, I look forward to it. Every Friday, I laugh my ass off, and yeah, it's a good time, and we genuinely like each other. We don't trip on you know, really anything. Odin is the biggest prima donna, if you want to know. By far, but everybody else is really cool. He is, though. I'm just telling the truth. But you know, it's hanging out with my friends. It's having a good time, and we thank you guys for supporting us. I thought last night's show was funny as hell. You know, like my cheeks hurt every time it's over. Both cheeks. Well, I got these are asleep by the end, and these are in pain. And I won't talk about anything else being asleep. But thanks everyone for supporting the channel. Yeah, we hit 500,000 subs. That was really cool, and that's thanks to you guys. So yeah, it's been fun, and we'll keep it going.
He's the Joe Rogan of the geek world, I keep saying.
So I will keep my version shorter than all of these manlets on the panel with me. I mean, yes, exactly. So my backstory started after I was told for the fourth time in a day during the beginning of the Roni Rona that I was going to kill someone's grandma for not wearing a mask. And so I was coming home to my Lithuanian roommate, who I worm-tongued to drop out of college and instead manage YouTube channels. So he's sitting there scrolling through channels in his room, and he goes, yo, Andrew, I know you don't like the job you're at right now. You can do YouTube. I'm like, lawyers on YouTube? Who the fuck would listen to that? So he shows me this guy whose name rhymes with Regal Schmeagle, who shall not be named, who's even shorter than Attorney Tom. I mean, if it's possible. If there's one guy. And by the way, this is a life-size representation of Attorney Tom, if you guys aren't know. He's here right now, with us right now. And this guy is going off, he has peak TDS. He's going off spitting lies of both fact and law, which is impressive, because I mean, some people lie about the facts, some people lie about the law. He's doing both. On not just Trump, the Second Amendment, freedom of speech, shit, he's even lying about Legally Blonde. I mean, shit, how low can you go as a shyster lawyer?
What about Captain Marvel? Did you see?
Don't get me started on Bob's Burgers. I'm not even gonna go there. I mean, peak cringe. So I ended up saying, look, I can do this, right? Fast forward a couple shits on a Korean toilet later, and I happen to be invited by this weird lawyer with a giant fucking nose from a weird creepy town in central Minnesota onto his stream.
I just came to tell you guys how much I love these guys. so much. And I want to give a big thanks to Nick Rekieta for letting me borrow these pants. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. They needed a home after I lost 20 pounds.
So what I learned from Nick Rekieta's stream was, well, genuinely, that's actually a perfect segue, because I remember the moment that I was worried at first. Am I gonna get on YouTube and am I gonna scare people away by being who I am, by being authentic? Because you see everybody being inauthentic. You see those channels that have 1 million, 2 million, 5 million views, and they are PCAF. But then I got on his stream. And during a moment in which a certain individual who was a criminal pointed his illegal gun at a defender of American liberty and Second Amendment rights, Kyle Rittenhouse. And his attorney, who's even larger than that blue whale, perhaps the mega blue whale, Krause. And I said, look at bigger, look at big boy. And everybody fucking loved it. I knew I was home. I knew I was home. So thank you, everybody, for making me feel at home. Not just here, but on the internet and in this space where all of us can be authentic. And what we know is that that's what you people really want. Despite what they try to do, despite how they want to censor us, despite how they want to cock block our billions of dollars, we're still going to come and they're not going to stop it. I don't care what Kamala says, we are going to come.
I'm gonna come.
Well, as the person who considers themselves the most PC here on the panel, I think that's what it's all about, is authenticity. We had a chat about that earlier. We talk about it all the time. The reason people aren't watching this same old shit anymore is because they're tired. They know it's a joke. They know it's artificial on both sides. People are turning on YouTube to just hear real people talking about real stuff. That's why we're growing, that's why you guys are here, it's awesome. And for me, my start's a little bit different, I guess, because I had never had any intention to be a YouTuber, but I was following a couple YouTubers, these two guys right here. And when they did a meetup, back when instead of filling ballrooms, we had like 9 people at the back of some shitty bar in San Diego, right? That's what it was when I met these guys and talked to them just about normal stuff, and by the end of it, both of them separately said, hey, you should start a YouTube channel. I was like, I've never thought about doing that. And then this guy says, if you do start one, I want you to work for me. I'm like, this guy must be retarded. I've never made a video in my life. And as it turns out, I was right, he is retarded. But it ended up working out because I like to speak my mind, and I always have. And kind of after I got my footing, because I'd never been in front of a camera before, my first videos are just cringe as shit. But now...
First videos?
Yes. My first video, I will maintain my first videos are cringe as shit. The ones now are, they're okay. And it took off. And I started when I was in the Navy, actually. I was active duty Navy on shore duty in San Diego, and I was very careful to not tell that to people. Because I didn't want people calling up my command and be like, did you hear what this guy just said about this black person or this movie or Batman or whatever, right? You guys have heard it over and over again. So when I got out of the Navy, where I operated nuclear reactors, I intended to operate nuclear reactors and continue doing YouTube on the side. And a couple people talked to me, and I was like, you know what, just see if I can do this shit full time. And I devoted all of my focus and energy to doing Sports Wars and to doing my channel. And here we are. I'm never working for anybody else again. And that's all thanks to you guys.
All right, so now that we're done with Grandpa's Tell the Stories of the Old Days, we have about 15 minutes, and I figure we could take probably 1 or 2 questions if Gary answers them.
Super chat?
Oh.
All right, my question is very simple. 1, you suck at Mario Kart, River's better. Who is the best
Facts.
Mario Kart player on the panel?
Oh, it's me. It's not even close. It's not even close.
Listen, I know Ripper made a lot of money, okay? But if he was half the man I am, I wouldn't have PayPal hold my money. I'm just saying.
I just want to point out for the record, this is not to make up for any recent comments. I'm picking Eric July. Because the fact remains, Jeremy's been playing Mario Kart all his fucking life. Rippa's been playing it for about 6 months and is already better than him.
Okay, me and Rippa played Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which is designed to make players that have never played compete with players that have played for a long time. If Rippa jumps on Double Dash with me, I'm gonna destroy him. It's over.
It's not happening.
It's over.
It's not happening.
And so I'll make Rippa, if Rippa gets on Double Dash with me, I'll make Rippa look like Reva's campaign, okay? That's what I'll do, okay?
Yeah, you know what I love about this? You know, this is just a community. There's no jealousy. We all genuinely like each other.
Right there.
Hi. So first of all, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank Nick and Eric because you guys, wow, 2 to 3 years ago, I was the most dreaded individual.
Not possible. Lofty exists in this world.
Lofty Pickles!
Hellhole portion of California, just an hour above San Francisco. Right now, Mark Snippers come from. And
Wine country, baby.
after everything with COVID, you guys really opened my eyes to a lot of horrible stuff that I never knew.
Like hentai. Oh, just kidding. You knew hentai before.
Yeah!
Well, yeah, so thank you guys for informing me about all the stuff that happened with the no show, all of the election stuff, all the hypocrisy coming from the left. My worldview is completely changed. So, anyway, enough with the sappy stuff. What's your opinion on the 1,000 mules? Because I know back to the election stuff was happening. Even though we really wanted Trump to win, you know, I know you really feel about it, saying how it probably wasn't the case. Is your opinion different on that now?
I have not watched 1,000 Mules yet because I don't watch like anything at all. I like the guy. I can't think of his name right now. Yeah, Dinesh D'Souza. Fuck. I like Dinesh. I think he puts together some really good stuff, well-produced stuff. And the thing is, the unfortunate nature of our system is that no matter what you could find from 1,000 Mules or anything that happens between now and 2024, the only thing we can do is pray to Christ these idiots learn from their mistakes in 2020, implement some tightened law, regulation, and oversight, and for God's sakes, have a legal team prepared months in advance like the Democrats did. Because Trump's legal, like for all of anybody may like Trump, they had no legal infrastructure to handle the elections. They were literally calling down lists of law firms in 50 different states trying to find one conservative to take up a case. They should have had those guys lined up 6 to 8 months ahead of time, and the documents should have been drafted and dropped on the night of the election, and they were not. So we can only hope that it will improve what's going on in the next election. That's what I've got from 1,000 Mules. I do intend to watch it, I just haven't had time.
Guy, the white hair right there.
Gandalf.
So, thank you guys. I had a question. If you were in charge of your favorite piece of either video game, comic, TV media, late games, if you're in charge, what's the first
Bigger titties.
I'm killing off Miles Morales.
Destroy!
Miles Morales, who's that?
Yeah!
No, Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
I'm giving George Lucas back Star Wars. End of discussion.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. I'm erasing everything that happened before 2012, restoring the expanded universe to its proper place, continue on.
I'm gonna make female space marines.
Rehire Gina Carano.
Tell the Tolkien estate they have enough money, lock away Professor Tolkien's works to never be adapted by anybody for the rest of time.
Okay, I gave a joke answer, so I'll give my real answer. Unban Rekieta Law.
Balls. There it is.
Balls. Balls.
No balls.
Gay.
No balls.
I'm not answering it.
I'm noticing a bunch of Shaft lovers at the other table. Very weird.
What's the question?
Balls or no balls, Gary?
He's got huge balls.
There you go.
What?
It's okay.
Can you take both?
I don't know. How wide do you get?
Did I just say the wrong thing?
You said the right thing.
Alright. First off, I want to say congratulations to Eric to what he's done with Icon. And you actually give hope to those of us who are trying to create our own comics that pretty much from the bottom, we don't need to rely on the mainstream to be able to get to where we want to get to. And now for Mr. Rekieta over here, on behalf of Red Valkyrie, how come you don't hang out with us anymore?
I love you guys. Every time I get the invite, I am in the middle of literally anything. It's terrible. I'm always fucking busy.
Must have been all the streaming you've been doing lately.
Gotta keep all the money.
Okay, Shaft Squad.
Sign said that's not enough.
I did, just real quick before taking another question, I got to give a shout out to the man in the Nick Rekieta cosplay. Can you stand up, sir? Thank you. Appreciate that. You had your hand up right there. Hey, when I'm looking at this crowd, the number's just fucking right. Perfect. Well, like, I know Nick has obviously been here a couple times now. For me, I do not watch a lot of anime. I'm pretty, like, forthright about that. It's been really cool to see the energy and all the stuff going on. I've had to constantly ask Krista who the hell this character is. So I've had a guide, but it's awesome. And the fact that Anime Matsuri had us out here, even though we might not be like the typical crowd, shout out to those guys. This is awesome. So thank you, Anime Matsuri.
Real quick on that. On the answer to that question, this isn't my first Anime Con, but my first Anime Con was Community Fest in Amarillo, Texas. One of the only two places in the world I felt unsafe, there in downtown Miami. But this was my second Anime Con to go to. So this is all still really new to me. And I used to just make fun of my friends for going to anime cons, and still do. But, so like, you're not a guest? Oh my God. No, but no, the best thing about anime conventions, and really any fandom convention, is two things. One, it breaks the icebreaker for every conversation, because you know typically why the person you're talking to is there. And two, like, places, specifically anime, is like one of the most supportive and positive communities you can find. Everybody comes to these things. People wear stuff they probably shouldn't, and nobody makes fun of them. Everybody's supportive, and it's just like, hey, we're here. We like our stuff. I know you like my stuff, except for Naruto, which is gay. But no, it's like, and that's you guys. You build up these positive spaces away from the negativity and bullshit of the rest of the world, and that is the coolest stuff on the planet, man.
Back there with the hat all the way up. Yeah.
I love it here. That's a tough question. It's difficult.
You ignore them.
You stream at 11 p. Well, when you can stream at 11 p.m. after they go to bed, and then you take them on vacation after you ignore them for 7 weeks of Johnny Depp.
Exactly.
Because
you wait till they get old enough to where they ignore you, and it's just kind of a mutual thing. So.
Yeah!
But no, on one little bit though. In some ways, you work a lot less than you worked at a 9 to 5, and in other ways you work a shitload more. Because I can't speak for these guys, but I'm gonna guess my channel is on my mind about 23 hours and 58 minutes out of the day, and so I'm always at work, but I'm not actually at work. I'm at home for most of my job, and so it's a trade-off, but it's a good one.
It is, and I would stop whatever I was doing for my kids, and have in the past.
I tell them, go back to bed. God, Dad's doing a show.
I think what's always on the back of our mind is it could end tomorrow. I mean, we don't know how long this is going to last. YouTube could take it away. Some outside force could take it away. So I think we'd all hate it if we spent too much time away from it. Oh man, now that it's over, all that time I wasted. So it's really tough to balance family life with it at times. So we have very, very, very understanding wives. At least I do.
Like that one.
Don't.
I love the sound of my voice.
Listen up. I only listen to the shit that I record one time, and I do it in double speed just to make sure that I didn't accidentally leave a slur in there before I upload it. So that's really the key. So double speed, basically like the standard quartering video. Yeah. Shout out to Jeremy from the Quadrant. All the way back there. Yeah, you. Yeah.
You all are fans of the Halo franchise. What did you think of the Paramount show?
Oh, well, the Paramount Halo show was an absolute disaster. I thought it was going to be bad. It was worse than I could have ever possibly thought. It's legitimately, let's talk about our feelings, which is what everything's turning into because a lot of women have taken over a lot of these entertainment franchises. But yeah, Halo show, easiest way to say disaster, nothing like Halo, and even worse than I expected. I don't know if anybody else. Yeah.
You watched it. You know how I know you're gay?
Hey, somebody told me Master Chief got naked. I couldn't resist.
I got news for you.
Well, we haven't even talked about it, but the answer is absolutely yes. So.
And maybe we'll bring a few more friends next year.
I think so.
But you guys gotta, if you get a chance, leave feedback to Anime Matsuri. Say, hey, those jackasses from the YouTube panel, bring those guys back and let them bring more people.
And that's what we have to do because, thank you guys, and we're pretty much out of time now, but like, there are people that are pissed off that we're here, that are furious that we're here, that you guys are here to see us, that we're getting more attention than they could ever possibly imagine. So the way you combat that is you tag at him at Matsuri and be like, you know what, this is awesome, thank you guys for having these guys here, I can't wait to come back next year. So this has been incredible. We've got another panel at 3 o'clock, the Friday Night Tights panel in room 320. So I hope to see you guys there again, but I'll let Nick wrap it up.
All right, guys, thanks for coming out. Come to the Friday Night Tights panel. We're going to do the exact same word-for-word panel we did here. We'll see you guys in about an hour. Peace. Peace.
Got some free swag up there you guys can come and get. Yeah.